Welcome to something special and rare. It's number 1 versus number 2. These kind of matchups become part of college football history. The entire landscape looking in on this game today. Will they get something special? Welcome to Athens, Georgia. We are between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. And the Noles will kick this away to start us off. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Wideouts now clustered. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. This is something rare and special, Kirk. This early in the season, to have a 1 versus 2 matchup. These kind of games become part of the history of the sport. Both these teams expected to contend for a national championship.
Yeah, I can't believe we get this kind of opportunity early in the year like this. Really find out who maybe the best team in the country is. And the willingness to take this game on provides them with a huge opportunity to have a big resume builder early in the year.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Back in motion now. Back to pass. It's Santiago. Catch made on the out route. He's brought down, but an explosive play for this passing game.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Nowhere to run up the middle. Second down play coming up for this offense. Short connection to the tight end here. They get him on the ground finally, but it'll be 1st down from the 14.
Chris, this is a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, but the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for the nice game.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Looking to the end zone. Oh, that one's picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
This just goes to show you everybody makes mistakes. This quarterback is looked and viewed as one of the top quarterbacks in the entire country. But even he makes a poor decision, puts the ball into coverage, and he throws an interception here early in the game.
Fights through a tackle. In the clear at the 25. Now here he goes. Finally brought down after an explosive play for this offense. Big gain. We knew that tackling was going to be a huge factor today, Kirk. They don't bring him down, and the result is a big gain.
Yeah, where's the form tackling? I know it's a lost art in today's game. Sometimes these guys just come in with their shoulders and just try to bring you down with power and speed, but they've got to do a much better job if they have any chance of slowing this back down and trying to use their arms to pull him down.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Finding space at the 20. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
And that's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on an option like this and pick up a big chunk of yards, it can leave any defense.
And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Fans around the country got their eyes on this matchup. This is going to be fun. It doesn't happen often enough in college football, an early season collision of top 5 teams.
Yeah, you love to see a test early in the year for the players and the coaches because you find out all that work you put in the summer. You think you got a good football team, and now you get a chance to go up against one of the top teams in the country. I'm just glad we're here to witness it.
On the read, he'll toss it to the back. The Wildcat look doesn't get much that time, just a few on the play.
And the defense is all over the option on this play. That play didn't have a chance from the beginning.
Dropping back, it's Santiago. Snags a quick throw. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, man, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver, and then you lose track of him. You're lucky that didn't go as a touchdown.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's a wide receiver screen. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Anytime we have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. They bring him down after a short gain there. As we break for the quarter, Kirk, Florida State is on top. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. From the shotgun, handoff inside. You make the stop, but that gains enough to set him up first down at the 14.
Boy, Chris, to me, the defense looks like they're dropping back in zone coverage, worried about a pass play here on third down. Instead, the offense elects to run the ball, catches them off guard, and it's good enough for a first down.
Makes the grab, a chance to score. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal. Dogs looking to run some tempo here. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, winding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, it puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Boy, another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, How many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Weinke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward. They had so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And the Seminoles starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And on the carry, he's heading left. They test the middle there, but get nothing. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Off play action, he's looking to throw. And he finds the running back in the flat. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up under the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down play coming up. Breaks into the clear. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. The Noles will come to the line looking to convert on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. And he's ruled down after the catch, but it's enough for a first down. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. The Seminoles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. A quick throw out left, complete. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback, and it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. The quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
So from the 9-yard line, it's 2nd and goal. They've got him down behind the line. They lose yardage on that completion.
I'll tell you what, man, this defensive speed is electric. Great job of running to the football. Nowhere to go at all after that throw.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. To the air, it's Mills. Looks to the left, pass caught. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Costly penalty creates the automatic first down. And here's that wrinkle, the Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Oh, and he's going backwards. The Wildcat look did not fool this defense at all. The defense will spend their 2nd time out here to make some adjustments. They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
Third and goal, try to make it on the ground. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
I'll tell you what, considering they've been out there for a long time on this drive, they sure showed a lot of endurance there, coming up with a big stop. And now it's 4th and goal. And as an offensive coordinator and head coach, with this kind of drive, it just seems like you'd be missing something by not coming away with a touchdown.
Looking for 6. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All he had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Scanning the field, it's Santiago. Looking right, this one caught. They fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Wide open downfield. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Dogs will kick it off to begin the second half. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. An effective running game is why they're on top. Let's see if the defense can find a way to stop that. Stopped right there at the line, no gain. And the Noles come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
Well, that was definitely not what they had in mind, but look at this. Here comes the tempo again, undeterred by the tackle for a loss.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator, and you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go.
He's in the clear. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Now it's second down here. And they hand it off to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
Grab made near the sidelines. Keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a 1st down. So the choice to go for it doesn't pan out this time. So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. Offense will keep it on the ground here.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Off the play fake. Looking to throw the football. Catch made on the right side. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
Once you can establish the run game, the play action is so... Guys get caught up on the run And you pull the ball, and you've got open targets behind him. That's a great example of using the run game to set up your play action.
And the incompletion now makes it 2nd and 10 from the 49. Dropping back, it's Santiago. Looking downfield near the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? The quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
Extra point puts him in front by 1. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? Looking for his big tight end. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. They can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
How about that? The defense does their job on 3rd down and long. They get after that quarterback, and now it's 4th and forever. Coverage did its part. Let's not forget about that. Buying the pass rush enough time to get after the quarterback.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Looking to throw. It's Santiago. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator. And a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. He'll hand it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Quick throw to the flat. It's a screen. That's enough for a 1st down. This offense set up in scoring position at the 40.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The offense with some pre-snap motion. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He escapes the pocket. Decides not to throw it and will take an enormous loss on this sack.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
Quick dart to the right. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Brought down after the takeaway, a big play by the defense to end this quarter. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. We've reached the end of the 3rd. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. The shotgun handoff here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Looking to throw. It's Mills. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
Run down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Going to try to use his legs here. Breaks loose at the 40.
Huge chunk play here by the quarterback, keeping the ball himself, rips off some nice yards. And my question is, Chris, where's the defense? Where's the pursuit? This guy has the ability to hurt you and hurt you in a big way with his legs. The defense may be underestimating the speed that he has.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete as the defense gets a big 4th down stop.
Oh, so close to executing here on the 4th down play in the 4th quarter. You're only down a possession. Now you got to rely on your defense to come up with a stop and get your offense back on the field.
Scanning the field. It's Santiago. Short pass finds the tight end. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the 4th.
And looking to throw now on first down. Zips it down the middle. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. And it's hauled in way downfield. They finally get him down, but this passing game has produced a chunk play. First down now at the 48. What a difference one play can make from being backed up to out near midfield. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle finally made at the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. 1st and 10 now for the offense.
The defense spreads all over the field playing zone, trying to make this quarterback make a mistake by throwing it into coverage. But he finds the soft spot on the curl and picks up a first down.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. Now when he's getting boxed in, the defense not at all fooled by the Wildcat look. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. He's going to take off here. Headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles. The quarterback takes it in himself.
Well, what an unbelievable job by this offense, Chris. They put themselves in a position to put a touchdown on the board. They take the lead, and now we'll see if their own defense can hold on to that lead in these last couple minutes of the game.
Looking downfield, it's Mills. And it's incomplete. The try fails, and the lead remains 5 points. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Uses the stiff arm and gets past the mark before being taken down.
Chris, you're only down one possession. This quarterback hasn't had the greatest of days, but I'll tell you what, a play like that, maybe it helps him start to string together a few in a row.
And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to it.
He gets loose. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Completion. Brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Nice game.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The offense will spend a timeout to stop the clock. 21 seconds remaining.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Touchdown, Dogs. They jump on top now here in the 4th.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
Empty backfield now as they go for 2. To throw, it's Santiago. The pass rush closing in. And he can't get rid of it and goes down, so a sack. Unsuccessful 2-point try. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they got called. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
Chris, this is it. When it comes down to this 4th down play to be able to stay in this football game, they've got to convert to be able to keep their hope.